have arrived at Rivierzicht Camp Resort in Robertson, and it is beautiful. Just look at this view we have behind me, and this is our campsite right over here. We'll be able to wake up every morning and have that view from our gazebo.
This has been probably our best buy in our camping, so definitely worth the investment. And this is obviously the top side with a pillow. I'm 6'1", and it is absolutely perfect.
So we have our little kitchen setup, table, kettle, knives, forks, plates, spoons, all that sort of stuff. And as John mentioned in the last video, this table is actually set to a higher height so that it just makes it easier when, you know, we are actually using it, seeing as we are abnormally tall people. And then one of my favorite things about our little camping setup is my little foldable pantry that is netted so everything stays, you know, breathable. It just keeps all the flies away, and it means that any wild animals that might be in the area can't actually access your food. So that's our little kitchen setup, and just look at this view we've got. I mean, it's just ridiculous. We are so spoiled. Can't wait to have a braai and look at this for the next 2 days.
Since we've arrived, the wind has just suddenly dropped completely, and so from being a bit choppy, the water is now absolutely smooth. Well, it's 99% smooth. And I think I need to convince the missus that we need to go for a bit of a paddle. Let's see how good my coercion tactics are.
Clearly John's coercion tactics are pretty darn good based on what he is doing over here, blowing up the kayak. So I think it was a pretty firm and resounding obviously to paddling on that river. Who wouldn't do that? You'd be absolutely nuts not to take advantage of such a phenomenal surrounding. Good morning guys, we have just had an awesome night's sleep. There's nothing better than sleeping in the fresh air, and we've just gotten our first campsite visitor. Hi! How cute are you? Hey? Hi! Putting John to work. You're gonna work for your food.
Exactly. Exactly.
Well domesticated. Actually just a very good helper.
But I need the cleaner thing.
Right.
Which is over there.
This is totally how I look when I sleep.
So we are going to unpack the boat and have a little bit of a chug up the river and down the river. Apparently there is a weir down the river, so we're going to go and see where that happens. And you can't cross any further than that, but we can go up, apparently up the river for about 3 kilometers. We are back from our little cruise down the river, and I have put the battery back on charge. It's always important to do that as you finish. So when you're camping, processes are quite important when it comes to having boats and motors and things like that. These battery chargers are very cool. They've got 3 lights on them. The one says mains, shows you that the mains is on, the red light shows. Then it's got a yellow light, which means that your polarity is correct. You've put your red and your black in the correct places. Once it's fully charged, the green light will shine, so you know it's fully charged and ready to go. I reckon we pretty much did as much with that battery as it's possible to do. We really have had some good use from this little Excursion 4 Intex boat. If you're thinking about getting one, don't even think about it, just go out and buy it. They're really inexpensive for the value that they add and for the fun that they add to a camping adventure.
So part of being in nature is accepting that animals might poo on you. So that's creature poo.
Good luck.
The sun is setting over Robertson and it is beautiful.
Good morning and welcome to day 3 of our camping here in Robertson. One thing I just wanted to mention to those of you who've decided to go camping is always have a warm top like this. This is kind of a fleecy top that Thalia and I both have. And we put it next to our bed at night. When you go to sleep at night, it is definitely hot and warm, and you might think that that happens all the way through the night. But in fact, during the middle of the night, well, probably 2-3 in the morning, the temperature inversion happens and it gets really chilly if you're in a tent. So just make sure that you are prepared. The cold will actually wake you up, which is what happens to us. We put our top on and then we sleep snugly for the rest of the night. But just something to remember, make sure that you've always got a jacket or some sort of warm clothing.
So we are all packed up and ready to go on the next adventure.
Hot and sweaty a little bit.
Hot and sweaty. We are indeed. Hope you guys enjoyed coming along camping with us. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and we'll see you for the next one.